Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's project is not a new technique. Plenty of creators have done this exact same process, but I just wanted to make some of my own. They're really easy, but they look so good. The first thing I'm going to do is remove that little green stem. Now I'm going to take my blade and I'm going to cut the front of the pumpkins inside those little grooves that run up and down. This is where you're going to push your fabric edges into. Once I get to the bottom and the top, I'm going to fold those edges inward and then I'm going to glue it down flat. I'll show you what I mean. Notice how I'm not cutting all the way on the top and the bottom. I don't want it to fall apart. I've got some pink and some white fabric here that I'm going to iron. Now these are sheets. I found that I can always find a set of sheets that are on sale, and then it just gives me way more fabric for the money. So this orange is so bright. Now I painted them white before. Do not do that. It turns into an awful mess. It's not going to stay on the pumpkins. Instead, you just double up your fabric and it works out great. Once everything is ironed, I'm going to start stuffing. I just lay the two pieces over the top and I find something to push that fabric down into the cuts. So I'm just going to use this little tool. You could use like a butter knife, a pastry cutter from Dollar Tree would work, or even their version of that Cricut scraper. I'm going to cut out the top and the bottom so there's somewhere to put the ends of the fabric. Now I'm going to go back and forth. That way I can keep control of it and I won't run out of fabric on either side. So I also added in some white from, of course, another sheet, just a couple of sections. At the top and the bottom, you kind of run out of cut area, but you still have the fabric. What you do is you kind of fold it underneath so you can lay it flat, and then you glue it down inside the hole. I wanted to change up that pink just a bit, so I brought in this light peach color. This is just some leftover from one of those 2-foot sections that Waverly makes that you can buy from Walmart. So I did have to iron it first. No matter how much I stretched it, you could still see those wrinkles. Here's the section underneath the materials. Now I'm just making sure it's covered. I'm going back and forth to keep it from bunching up on the side, and then trim off the extra. Just keep working it down into those cuts and trim wherever you can. Here again you can see me at the end. Just fold those sides under and pull it tight and flat. Glue that down right inside of that hole. So just make sure you put as much as you can down in the cut and then make the rest look as neat as possible. Those ends are going to cross over one another, but when we cover the bottom and decorate the top with leaves, you'll never see it. There'll also be something covering up those seams that run up and down. Where the fabric meets is not as neat now that we've cut it open and shoved fabric in it. There are so many ways though to cover that up. I've used jute, ribbon, mop head strands. This time I grabbed some leftover sheet scraps and I'm just kind of twisting it, almost like a fabric rope. Then I'm going to glue it top to bottom. I did use white for the whole pumpkin and I'm going to end up taking this pink one off later, but the process is all the same. And here it's almost done. Now we need to cover up the bottom. I'm going to use the inside of this masking tape to help me draw my circle. And I doubled up on my material in this as well. Now I need to make the top. I grabbed some tumbling tower blocks. Now sometimes these are 2 different colors, so I grabbed 2 of the darker ones and I glued those together. And that'll make my stem. I've tried to be really mindful of not blocking the hole as I added the fabric. That way the stem will have somewhere to go. So next I grabbed a pick of some fall leaves from Dollar Tree. These almost look pink sitting next to this fabric, and I only used one pick for both pumpkins. I like to make sure I glue one leaf kind of sitting up against the stem. I grabbed some white pip berries, and I'm going to wrap that around a pin. Then I'm just going to glue that to the stem. I also grabbed some of these little foam ball cluster things, whatever they are, from the leaf pick, and I'm going to glue those down as well. And then when I found some strings of white beads, I added those too. That's pushing us just a little bit closer to that shabby chic vibe. This little flower seemed made for this project. I went ahead and put one on each. And that's it for these two pumpkins. A lot of pink, a little bit of shabby chic, and a whole lot of personality. It has been a pleasure spending some time with you today. I hope your week ahead is full of all things wonderful, and I will see you in the next one.